So tell me, how did you start gambling? How did you get addicted to gambling? Honestly, I couldn't even tell you. I can't put my finger on it. All I know is that I was pregnant with my second daughter. I was about 7 months pregnant. It could have been because of hormonal imbalance. I had a lot of highs and lows. I mean, I also have a thyroid issues. So my hormones are always out of whack. All I know, and I've gambled before. Before I actually gambled when I was pregnant, I gambled like years before in Nevada, and I even won, but it wasn't enough to get me addicted. But when I went to the casino when I was pregnant, I gambled, I lost, but then I won. And so I think that's what had happened, is that I got that feeling, that rush, that adrenaline rush. Oh, I can lose and I can get it back, and then I could even win more. And it just felt good. It was just like a natural high, and just being in the atmosphere, the lights, the bells, the whistle, the adrenaline rush. And that's how it started. I could understand that. When did you know that you were addicted? When did you come to, you have a problem? What happened? I believe that I was addicted immediately. But the thing is that I'm too young to be addicted. Like, I'm so young. I mean, addiction is for older people. Like, I was in complete denial. I didn't realize that it was a real thing. When I think about addiction, I think about drug addiction. Back then, I thought about if you were addicted, then you were on crack. Okay. But to answer your question, I realized that I was addicted when I left in the middle of the night, and I just had my baby, and I left in the middle of the night to go gamble. I left the newborn. Her dad was in the house, but I left because that disease, that gambling addiction, that disease, I have to get my money back. I've been losing. The only thing that I wanted to do was just win my money back. And I was going to extreme measures. I mean, check advances, robbing Peter to pay Paul, not checking in with my family, my kids, not paying my rent, not paying my bills, cars getting repoed, losing my job because I call in or I'll get a good job and then I wouldn't go back to work after I got my first check because I'm stuck at the casino. Look, this is a true story. This is a real thing. But when I left in the middle of the night, my baby, who I probably wasn't even spending that much time with because every chance I got, I always was at the casino. Even when she was born, I was at the casino when my milk was coming out of my breast. So it was that bad. But once again, in my head, I was in denial. I was in complete denial. And then I tried to go to Gambler Anonymous, but I didn't look the part. Everybody in Gambler Anonymous looked like, they were in their 60s or 70s. So I just didn't belong there. I'm not addicted. I could snap out of this. Yeah, it didn't happen. It didn't happen that way.